Super B and St. Clair are going to square off in the ring. Collar and elbow lock up, and St. Clair going to use his size and weight advantage to take Super B into the corner. Super B using the lower center of gravity to work his way out of it. And now he's got St. Clair at a disadvantage in that corner. And that, he just repaid St. Clair for that slap that he gave young Chris Andrews on television out here just a couple of weeks ago. And man alive. St. Clair still running his mouth saying that he's going to take that title from Super B and he's going to show St. Clair how to do it. I'm sorry. A
little bit of an unorthodox way to win friends and influence people on the part of one St. Clair.
I'll tell you what, Eric St. Clair is taking it to the Super B. These are two veterans battling for this West Virginia television title right now. And the speed and the quickness and the awareness of the Super B. He caught St. Clair charging in. St. Clair drove that left shoulder into that top turnbuckle. And now the Super B's right back on that arm and shoulder. A hallmark of a true professional, Jason Schaefer.
Look at this, the Super B's biting him, Joe Brody.
I think he's trying to show
taking a page from the book of one Mad Dog David Lynch.
He's trying to show Eric St. Clair, and there it is again.
That hurts just watching it.
I'll tell you what, he's just trying his best to show Eric St. Clair. Oh, and look at that shot. And again, a big forearm to the shoulder. He is working that shoulder joint over left and right, Jason Schaefer.
Look at this, look at this. We know what's coming here, Joe Brody. Oh!
Man, he just hyperextended that elbow, dropped all of his weight across that arm, that shoulder and that elbow taking it, and back to a top wrist lock, and he's got St. Clair at a disadvantage down on the mat. And again, I mentioned it last week in the Super B's matchup, but this is where his forte is on the mat. He is a mat wrestler, much like Dangerous Dave Scott, our United States heavyweight champion is. And he wants to take someone like St. Clair, who uses a lot of his power and size. He wants to keep him on the mat, and he was unable to do it right there. St. Clair worked his way up, and a rake of the eyes has the Super B stunned in the corner, and here comes St. Clair. St. Clair giving it all he's got in that corner with a second rake of the eyes.
Fueled by this temper, fueled by just the hatred of the situation regarding the whole Chris Andrews thing. You know, Super B trying to exploit it. St. Clair perhaps trying to use it to his advantage.
Very possible. And look at those forearm shots from Super B in that corner, and he's giving St. Clair all he can handle. And this has been pretty much a seesaw battle here so far. Jason Schaefer and St. Clair brought him with the
and the B goes down.
And I tell you what, that doesn't bode well for the Super B right there. He caught that boot coming in full speed. Here comes St. Clair going to drop that elbow. And did you see the height that St. Clair got with his size? That's going to drive all the air out of the lungs of the Super B. That's for sure. Super B able to kick out at two, but definitely feeling the effects of that, Jason Schaefer.
Big scoop, big slam!
Again, St. Clair focusing on driving the air out of the lungs of the Super B. He may feel that that's to his advantage if he can keep Super B winded because of the size difference between the two. St. Clair, obviously, you would think, would have a harder time with cardiovascular conditioning in a matchup against the Super B, but he has negated that, or at least done his best to negate that by staying on Super B and keeping the air over his lungs. And again, he follows that theme by going with that rear chin lock, and he's going to push forward with his shoulder, trying to drive his chin down into his chest, so that Super B can't get a full and a complete breath. Super B works his way back up to his feet. Two elbows to the midsection and comes off, ducks a clothesline.
This B's ready to sting Joe Brody.
Oh, and look at that. Big knee. Big knee to the midsection.
Wow.
Super B goes down once again, driving the air.
Look at this. Look at this, Joe Brody. Look who's made his way to ringside. It's one Chris Andrews. A man with controversy swirling around his head.
I'll tell you what, there. Look at that.
Just the advantage that the Super B needed.
Schoolboy roll up. St. Clair distracted from